Hi, welcome. So today we're going to start with some range of motion exercises just to kind of get the joints warmed up and to get ready for doing a little bit of strength training. So we're going to use anything between 1 to 5 pound weights. It's totally up to you. Everybody's different, so do what works best for you. Then we'll do some core work, balance exercises, and then finish with stretching. So let's get started. All right, so let's take a deep breath in, bring the arms overhead, and breathing out. Again, deep breath in and breathing out. Let's just do that one more time. Deep breath in and breathing out. Excellent. Let's bring the shoulders back. So just rolling the shoulders and then bringing the shoulders forward. And one more time. Excellent. Let's rotate those wrists. And the other direction. All right, let's bring one arm overhead and back down again. And up and down. One more time. And switching to the other side. So bring that arm up. So thumb is going to the center and up. And one more time. And down, bringing the arms forward. So both arms up and back down. And again. And back down one more time. Excellent. Let's just bring the arms out to the sides. So bring the arms out. We're just going to do little rotations. So small circles, straight arms, okay? Not just the hands that are moving, but the entire arm. So rotating those arms. Switching to the other direction. Excellent. All right, let's just bring one arm up this time and make the rotation a little bit bigger. And the other direction. Switching to the other side. Bring the other arm up, bigger circle, and the other direction. Good. Okay, let's bring one arm up, one arm down, and just alternating. So if you have shoulder issues, just go as high as you can. Do what is comfortable for you. It is good to work on that range of motion though, because we have to reach up to get things that have cupboards, in our closets, we have to reach up. So it is really good to work on that range of motion. Okay, let's bring the hands together. We're just going to bring the arms gently forward and just pressing those hands a little bit out in front. Bringing those hands together, bringing the arms back. So just pulling those hands back so you feel a little bit of a stretch in your chest. Excellent. Relax those arms. We're going to bring one leg up and down. Other side. So when you bring that foot up, try and bring the foot up as much as you can. A few more on each side. Last time. All right, bringing one foot up and we're just going to rotate that ankle. And the other direction. And the other side. And other direction. All right, let's just tap the toes, warming up the feet. And let's tap those heels. And then moving the feet in and out, so out and in. All right, let's bring those arms out to the side again, and we're going to bring the hands together and back out. So this time when you bring the arms back, squeeze your shoulder blades together and back in front. So squeeze and in front. And one more after this one. Good. Okay, next one we're going to do is a back row. So what I want you to do is I want you to bring those elbows back and then press forward. Okay, so let's bring the hands into a fist. Pull back, press forward. So pull and then press. Five, and we'll do 3 more. Last one. Okay, keeping those arms up. So arms are bent like this, 90-degree angle, and we're going to squeeze the elbows together and the hands together, back out. That's 1. So squeeze and pull back. If you can, think of there being resistance here. So it's like someone's pressing against your arms in the opposite direction of what you're trying to do, just to give a little bit of extra work there. And 3 more. Last one. Good, bring those arms down, rotate those shoulders back again. 1 more. Good. Okay, so for the next one, I want you to really think about squeezing those shoulder blades together. This one's a little bit different than what we just did, but we're gonna bring our arms back. Now, really pull those elbows back, squeezing a water bottle in between your shoulder blades. So hold and release. And again, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and release. Squeeze. So just so you can see what I'm doing, I'm squeezing those elbows back and relaxing. And again, squeeze. Relax. So you should really feel that in your upper back. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Last one. So squeeze those shoulder blades together and relax. Good. Okay, this time arms are at your sides, and we're just going to bring the arms up and back down. So again, my arms are bent at 90 degrees. And we've got 3 more for this one. And last one. All right, next one we're going to do is a lateral raise. So arms are down at the side. We're just bringing the arms up and down. 3. So working the shoulders here. So main thing for this one is try just to go about shoulder height. And 2 more. And last one. Good. Okay, we're going to do a tricep kickback. We're not going to use weights for the first one, and then we're going to use weights a little bit later for this one. So I'm going to go to the side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm hinging at the hips. I'm just going forward, bringing the arms up, and then I'm kicking the hands back. Okay, at this point, you really squeeze the back of your arms or your triceps to feel that in the triceps. Okay, so squeezing back and come forward. I'm going to turn just because my hands can't go there because of the chair. So hinging at the hips, legs are at 90 degrees, kicking back, squeeze those triceps, back to the shoulders, squeeze. 3, 4, squeeze. 3 more. 6, 7, last one, and 8. Excellent. Okay, we are going to do a chest fly. So for this one, if you can, sit on the edge of your chair. I'm going to move just so you can see what I'm doing. Sitting on the edge of your chair if you can. You're going to lean back into the chair. I want you to bring your arms overhead, bring the arms down, and back up. Now, if you can't do that, that is fine. Just sit up straight and bring the arms back and then bring them up again. That's fine too, but you'll get a little bit more out of the exercise if you are leaning back. So my arms are bent. The elbows are bent a little bit here. So when you bring the arms back, feel that stretch in your chest and back up again. All right, relaxing those arms. I'll bring my chair back again. Okay, working the legs. So let's bring one leg up. So for this one, you're really working the quads here, okay? So this is strength, putting muscle strength around the knee, which is really important as we get older. So bringing that leg up, squeezing that quad muscle, and down. Squeeze, and down. So sticking with the same leg, 3, 4, 5, and 3 more. Last one. Excellent. Switching to the other side. So bring that foot up and down. 2. Again, flexing that muscle. 3, 4, 2 more. Excellent. Okay, so for the next one, we are going to slide a little bit out on our chair. So this leg is at 90 degrees. With the other foot, I just want you to bring it back as far as you can. So you slide it along the floor. So slide it forward and then bring it back as far as you can. So trying to work the hamstrings here. This one's a little bit trickier. It's harder to find an exercise for the hamstrings. But this one is working your hamstrings a little bit more than some of the other ones. So bring that foot forward, slide it back and forward. And you've got 2 more on that side. The last one. Good. Okay, so the other side. So sliding the foot forward and bringing it back and forward. This is 4, 5, 3 more. Last one. Good. Staying in this position, we're going to work our calves. So calves are down here, lifting those heels up as high as you can. Slowly bring them down. So up, control on the way down. You don't want to just drop your heels or you're not getting the benefit of the exercise. So slowly bring them down. 4, 5, 3 more, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Okay, we are going to pick up some weights. So I definitely encourage you to grab some weights for some resistance or use water bottles, okay? Whatever you have in your house. I've just got 2-pound weights here, so you can use anything between 1 and 5, so you have to determine what is best for you. And if you're not ready, if you're not at that stage, that's fine too. You don't have to by all means, but I definitely encourage you to use them. All right, so let's start with our back row again, which we were doing before, but we're gonna do one a little bit different just because it is better with the weights. So we were in this position earlier for the triceps. So I'm gonna just turn so you can see what I'm doing. Again, hinging at the hips. Legs are at 90 degrees. You're hinging at the hips. Weights are straight down, okay? So my arms are straight, my back is straight or flat. And I'm just lifting my elbows up. It's like a string is going from the ceiling, from my elbows to the ceiling, and it's being pulled up and down. So squeeze those shoulder blades together. Really concentrate on your upper back and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Okay, so if that was super simple for you, if that was way too easy, you could have done, say you could have done 10 more, then grab a heavier weight. It's saying that the weight is not heavy enough. So it is really good to build muscle, and you're not going to build muscle if the weight is too light for you. So find a weight that is appropriate. So by the time we get to 6, 7, 8, it should be getting harder, okay? All right, next one is chest press. So with our backs are usually quite strong, so you might need a heavier weight. For this one, probably a little bit lighter, but just find what works for you. Sitting on the edge of the chair, and we're just gonna lean back into the chair so my back is straight. bringing the weight up, you're bringing it back, pressing forward. Press. So working the chest here, the triceps are your secondary muscle, also getting a workout here. Two more. And last one. Excellent. Okay, bring that weight to your chest, sitting up. Good. Okay, our next one is for our shoulders. So we will have our arms out to the side. So we'll do one at a time here, just because it might be easier for some people rather than doing both at the same time. So main thing is sitting up straight, bringing one arm out to the side and back down. Other side. 2, 3. So control at all times. Don't allow that weight to fall. You're controlling it as it comes down, so control. 5, 6, 7, and last one on each side. Good, now we're going to do the same thing but going forward. This time we are going to use both weights at the same time. So bringing the arms up, and you've got your hands turned a little bit differently here. Control it on the way down. So up and control. 3, 4. So this exercise gives you a little bit more definition in the front of your shoulder, which is always nice to have. The last one. Excellent. Okay, next one is biceps. So our biceps are usually quite strong. So if you have an option of using a heavier weight, pick up the heavier weights just to challenge those biceps. All right, ready? So weights are at the side. You're just curling the weight to your shoulders. So curling, squeezing those biceps, and down. 2, squeeze. 3, 4. Again, controlling on the way down. Now your body should be straight during this part. You shouldn't be using your body to bring the weights up, okay? If you're starting to do this, then the weight is definitely too heavy. So everything is still, it's just your arms that are moving. I think we've done about 10 here, but that's good for the biceps. Okay, triceps. So same exercise as before. We weren't using weights before. So I'm just gonna turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Let's do both arms at the same time and bringing the arms back, squeezing the back of your the back of your arms where your triceps are, and back to the shoulder. So make sure you're sitting up straight, hinging forward, bring the weights up to the shoulder and back. Okay, so that's 1. 2, squeeze. Squeeze, control on the way down. 7, last one, and 8. Good. Okay, let's put the weights down. We're going to go back into our leg extensions. So this time we are going to hold the extension for 5 seconds. So bringing one leg up, bringing that leg up as straight as you can, and down. So again, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control on the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got 3 more on this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one on this side. So hold up and squeeze. And down. Excellent. Okay, sorry, my chair is a little bit crooked. Let's bring up the other side. So holding it up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So concentrate on trying to get that leg as straight as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the stronger we have our legs, the better we are off. So definitely try and work on this exercise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we have 3 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. So squeeze. And down. Last one. Feeling the muscle here. So this is a good one to put your hands here and feel if that muscle is working. As you bring that leg up, feel that muscle here, and you'll be able to notice it changing if you continue to do these exercises. All right, let's do calf raise again. So lifting the heels up, and I want you to hold. And back down. And again, up. And down. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. So let's do a bicep curl at the same time, squeezing those biceps as well. And down, squeeze. And down. So lifting those heels up as high as you can. And we've got 2 more. Last one. Good. Okay, bringing one foot up, we're going to bring that foot out just a little bit and back in. And out and in, working that hip. And in, we're just going to do 2 more. Last one. And then let's point the toes and do a bit of a rotation. So it's like you're drawing on a board in front of you. Excellent. Let's go in the other direction. Excellent. Bring that foot down, bring the other foot up, bring it out and back in. Two more on this side. Point the toes. Let's do that, the circles. Other direction. Okay, relax those legs. Excellent. All right, so we are going to do some balance exercises. So what I'd like you to do is just shift your weight. So sitting with your feet, your legs at a 90-degree angle, and we're just going to shift the weight. So we are going to just bring one hip off the chair, switching to the other side. So just lifting, always in a safe manner. So if you're feeling like you're gonna fall off the chair, then don't go up that high. Okay, make sure that you're safe when you do this one. So just shifting the weight. If you need to, you can hold on to the chair. You can also take your hands off to make it a little bit more challenging. These are good exercises as well for strengthening, because, if you're getting out of your chair, if you're in a wheelchair, you still need to get up to get to bed. So this way you can, if other people are assisting you, then hopefully you'll be able to do a little bit more on your own. Let's just do a few more. Last one. Good. Okay, let's bring our arms out to the side. We are going to just reach to the one side. So lean to the point where you still feel safe, and then to the other side. So leaning, and again, other side. One more on each side. Good. Now at this time we're going to reach forward. So having the hands up, I want you to reach as far forward as you can and sitting back up. And again, reaching forward and sitting back up. Last one. Good. Okay, let's do some core work. So we're gonna sit on the edge of the chair. I'm gonna turn my chair so you can see what I'm doing. Sit on the edge of the chair, and we are going to lean back into the chair. And I want you to bring one leg up. So bring a leg up. Think of your abs being tight here, okay? Bring a leg up, bring it back down. So no slouching, have your back flat. Bring one leg up and back down. Up and down. So again, slowly up. Keeping those abs tight. Think about those abdominals. Let's do one more on each side. Good. Okay, sitting up straight. Now we are going to lean back into the chair and then bring ourselves forward. Okay, so sitting up straight, you can have your hands here. This is a harder option. Or have your hands on the side. Do whatever you need to do for that works for you. Okay, so if you can, have your arms here, leaning back into the chair and then making your abs work to bring you up. So pulling back forward. Now, if your feet are lifting off the floor, I sometimes see that people are doing this, then bring your hands here and allow your hands to help you come back up. Okay, you don't want your feet coming off the floor and helping you out. So leaning back, if you need to, hold on to the chair to help you come back up until you're strong enough to be able to do it without. So pulling up, breathing out, breathing in and out. We're going to do 5 more. Breathing out. Two more. And our last one. Good. Okay, staying in this position, now we're going to work our lower back a little bit. So hands are here at our chest. You're going to lean forward, and I want you to think about your lower back pulling you back up into a straight position. Okay? So forward and pulling back up. Let's do 3 more. And our last one. Excellent. Good. Okay, I'm just going to move my chair back to the center. All right, let's do a little bit of cardio. So we are going to bring one foot out to the side. Just going to move my weights. Okay. Let's bring a foot out to the side, back in. Other side, back in. Now, if you want to increase this a little bit, you can bring your hands out to the side at the same time if you want to make it a little bit harder. Now, this is the spot where you have to go at your own pace. Okay, so do what works best for you. If I'm going too fast, then slow it down. Everybody is so different here, I find, whenever I get to the cardio portion. So feel free to increase the intensity if you need to. All right, let's bring our heels forward so you can press your hand forward if you like. And if you just feel more comfortable just marching in place, that's fine too. Or if you just want to do the leg extensions, that's where you bring your foot up, then you can do that instead. But it is good to get your heart rate up a little bit. So do what you can. All right, let's tap the toes this time. And let's go into a single jack. So bringing one arm up, other side. If you can't bring your arm up overhead, just bring your arm forward instead. All right, let's go into a bit of a march. So pumping those arms. Okay, let's do some kicks in front. So kicking. So try and kick with your heel. If you want, you can bring your arm in front at the same time. And we are going to do our little run, okay? So bring your feet together and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Continuing with a march out to the side. Hands out if you wish. Let's bring our heels in front. So pressing a heel in front, doesn't matter which arm is going forward. Just continuing to move, taking some deep breaths and breathing out. Let's go into a cross-country ski. So if you can move the feet at the same time, if that's too much, then just do one foot at a time, okay? But if you want more of a challenge, just move them both at the same time, like this. That can be quite hard. Okay, back into a march. We're going to bring our arm across in front and do what they call a skater. Okay, so bring the arm out, foot out. So modify the exercises as needed. You don't need to do what I'm doing. You can find another exercise if the one exercise isn't working for you. We all have different aches and pains. Back into a march. All right, bringing the heels forward again, pressing both arms forward this time, making those arms work. All right, let's press them in front this time. So up, bring those elbows back. Take breaks as needed and come back into it when you can. I know the cardio portion is really hard for a lot of people, so just do what you can. Some movement is better than none. All right, let's bring the arm up to the side. If you can, bring the knee up to the elbow or the elbow to the knee. So working our core a little bit more here, make sure your body is straight. Core is tight. This is a tough exercise, so just do it if you can. And if you can't lift the legs, just bring the arms down. Let's go back to a march. So we're going to do one more run and then a little bit more. All right, ready? So do what you can here. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax those legs, punch forward. So your heart rate should be up here. Punch, punch. Now I want you to punch as hard as, or as fast as you can, okay? So punch, punch, punch. And let's go back to a march. I'm warm now, that's for sure. All right, let's do some more work for our arms. We're going to try and tire out those arms. Continue to march if you want. That is optional. If you can, continue. Bring the arms up to the side, little circles. So we're going to do some arm work here. I'm going to keep your arms up for a bit. Tire out those arms, not too long. So do what you can, and when you are too tired, then bring your arms down and then come back into it. Okay, circles are a little bit bigger now. Other direction. And smaller circles. Good, let's bring the arms up, down, press, down, press. Last one. This time pressing forward, back. Keep the elbows up here so you can see how my elbows are up. I'm not allowing them to drop. Good, punching forward. Keeping the arms in front and flutter. So just going up and down. It's naturally making my feet go faster. Crisscross, so hands going back and forth. All right, bringing the arms out to the side and doing a C. So it's like you're drawing a C with your hands, going back and forth. Keep those arms up if you can. We're almost done. Okay, let's bring the arms down and up. So add a V. So it's like I'm drawing a V in front of me. Two more of this one. Bring the arms in this position, hands together, elbows together, and back. So squeeze and back, squeeze. Last time punching. And relax those arms, relax those feet. Good job. Bring those shoulders back. One more time. Taking a deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. All right, we are going to do some work for our back, okay? So for our lower back. So what I want you to do is curl your back. So I'm gonna turn this way so you can see me. So I'm curling my back and then sticking my chest out, looking up to the ceiling. Curling my back and looking up. Again, curl and up, curl and up. One more time. Okay, so we're going to do that again, this time just looking up though and curling the back, okay? So concentrate on your lower back here, hands are here, and you're just you're pressing forward with your lower back. So I'm pressing my abs out, looking up to the ceiling and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back into a neutral position. Okay, so with your neck, in terms of how you look up or how much you look up, just go to a comfortable position. Okay, so you're not dropping your head all the way back. So you're looking up, curling the lower back. So you're pressing it forward, pressing your abs forward, and neutral position. We're gonna do that 3 more times. So pressing forward, pressing your hips forward, neutral position. 2 more times. So curl, hips are forward, and neutral position. Last time. So you should feel a really good stretch here in your lower back. And coming forward. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to turn this way again. We're going to have our hands behind our heads if you can. And what I want you to do is just kind of bring your elbow down to the side and coming up straight again. Other side. And straight. And up straight. One more time on each side. Okay, and then we're going to do a gentle twist. So I want you to have your hands over your head, and we're going to twist. So I want you to twist to the side, so grab onto the back of your chair, and your hand is going on the outside of your knee, and you're just twisting back. So pulling a little bit with the hand at the back to feel that twist in your lower back. You'll also feel this in the upper back with the other arm, holding that stretch. Bringing the hands over the head, other side. Keep holding. Excellent. Bringing the hands over the head again, other side, and hold. So I'm pressing on the outer part of my leg to increase that stretch. Keep holding. And bringing the arms overhead one more time on this side. So you should feel a nice stretch here. Coming forward. Excellent. Okay, let's bring the hands together. We're going to press those arms forward. So my back is straight. I'm pressing forward, feeling that in my upper back. So I'm pressing the hands as far forward as I can to really feel that in my upper back. So put your feet shoulder width apart. Now I want you to lean forward. So back is fairly straight here and you're just leaning forward. So I'm really feeling that in my lower back now. You can drop your head so you're looking down to the floor. Don't drop your head, just drop your where you're looking. So you're looking in front, holding that stretch, coming out of that stretch, neutral position, and then going again. So leaning forward, feeling that in your lower back, making sure your feet are grounded into the floor. And then sitting up. Okay, for the next one, let's have our hands in front. We're going to reach the arms back so if we feel that in our chest. Now, if you want to increase that stretch, you can grab onto the back of the chair and you can sit on the edge and lean forward. This is a really intense stretch for the chest. If you can do this one, choose this one just because it is more intense. But if you can't, that's totally fine too. You'll probably still feel a really good stretch just bringing the arms back. So do what is manageable for you. Bringing the arms out to the side, so just pressing as if your hands are trying to press the walls on the side of you. So you should feel a really good stretch here in your forearms. So continuing to press. The longer you hold the stretch, the better. It increases your flexibility. So they say holding a stretch for at least 30 seconds actually increases your flexibility. If you're holding it for less time, you're not really increasing the flexibility. You're just kind of working on what you already have. So it's best to hold them for a long period of time if you can. I'm not holding it for a minute or longer here because I think you'll get bored. Okay, reaching one arm overhead as high as you can to the ceiling. Now if you want, you can turn your hand a little bit. You'll feel the stretch change. So having the palm to the center, reaching higher. So reach as high as you can to the ceiling. Feet are flat on the floor. Now lean to the side, feeling the stretch down the side here. And bringing that arm down. Other arm goes up, so we're sitting up straight, reaching as high as you can to the ceiling. Excellent. Now leaning over to the side, feet are grounded into the floor. bring that arm down. We are just going to rotate those wrists. Other direction. Let's press the hands in front, so just pressing as far as you can, again feeling that in your back. And bringing the hands down. And then just bringing the fingers up, and I just want you to pull the fingers back a little bit so you feel that stretch in your fingers. You'll also feel that here in your forearm. So pulling back just a little bit. Should be a comfortable stretch. You should never feel pain when you're stretching. And other side. The other thing you don't want to do when you're stretching is bounce. Okay, you just hold the stretch gently. All right, let's bring one arm in front. We're going to stretch the shoulder. So cross that arm in front. Okay, so arm is in front, cross in front, pull that arm in. This is always a complicated stretch for people. So pull that arm in enough that you feel that in the shoulder. It should be right here. So feel that in your shoulder, you'll also feel it in your arm. All right, other side, so arm out in front, cross it in front of the body, pull that arm in. We're almost done. All right, bring your one arm overhead, drop the hand behind as if you're patting yourself on the back, press that elbow back and feel the stretch here in your tricep. Excellent, other side, so bringing that arm up, drop it behind and press. So you're just pressing that elbow back a little bit. All right, let's switch to legs. So we are going to bring one leg up. We're going to flex that foot so toes are pointed towards you. So hold that stretch so you feel that in the back of your leg. And pointing the toes away. I should feel it here. Rotate the ankle. Other direction. Other side. So flexing that foot so toes are pointed towards you. Taking a deep breath in and breathing out. Pointing the toes away. And rotating the ankle. And the other direction. Okay, now if you can, I'm going to turn so you can see me better. If you can, sit on the edge of your chair. I want you to bring one leg out, and I just want you to lean forward. So when you do this one, think of hinging at the hips, okay? So you're just sitting up straight, and then just leaning forward and feeling a really good stretch here in your hamstring. So you can put your weight on the other leg if you wish. And we're gonna hold. This is a really important stretch. Really good for the legs. I do this stretch in the workout with my dad that you might have seen for knee osteoporosis, or osteoarthritis, I should say. So it just stretches out the leg. Switching to the other side. So bring that leg in and bringing the other leg out and hinging at the hips to lean forward, feeling a good stretch in the hamstrings. So if you want, you can do both legs at the same time. That's fine too. I find it's pretty, it's just a lot easier when you do one leg on its own. But if you want to save time, you can do both at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to show you another one. A lot of people might not be able to do this one, but I want to give you the option of doing it. So sitting on the edge of your chair, you would be on the side of your chair. I'm doing it this just so you can see. So one leg is bent at 90 degrees. The other leg, you're just bringing it back as far as you can to feel a really good stretch here in the front of your leg. Okay, so holding, if you want, you can hold onto your chair, make it safer. This is a great stretch. So you should be feeling a really good stretch here in your hip flexors. Taking a deep breath in and breathing out. Again, another deep breath in and breathing out. Okay, gently bring that leg back up, switching to the other side. So other leg is at 90 degrees. Bring the other leg back as far as you can until you feel a really good stretch here. Holding onto the chair for support. So looking at the other foot, making sure it's at about 90 degrees. Continuing to hold, take a deep breath in and breathing out. One more breath. Okay, bringing that knee up. So that's a really good stretch to do throughout the day to work on stretching out your hips, okay, or your hip flexors. Okay, another really good one for the hips is bringing one ankle up onto the opposite knee and leaning forward. Now you'll really feel that in your glutes and your hip here. So the more you lean forward, the more you're gonna feel that stretch. So I'll turn to the side just to make sure that everyone knows what I'm doing. So one leg at 90 degrees, other ankles on the opposite knee, and leaning forward and holding. So back is flat here. Continuing to hold. Focus on your breaths. This is a great one to do throughout the day too. If you're just sitting watching TV, you can do this one. So the people often don't stretch enough. Stretching is so important. I'm starting to realize that more as I'm getting older as well. I'm noticing I'm definitely a lot more tight than I used to be. And I'm having to stretch a lot more than I used to. Okay, let's switch to the other side. So bringing the opposite foot up. So ankle onto the opposite knee. Other foot is flat on the floor. Hinging forward at the hips and holding. Now, if you can't bring that foot up, I do see that a lot actually, then just cross your legs if you can do that. And if you just pull that leg over a bit, you'll also feel that in your hip here. Okay, so leaning forward. Focusing on your breath. And breathing out. Now you can lean a little bit more forward if you're not feeling it enough. You can, as you're holding the stretch, you can always increase it a little bit by moving a little bit more or leaning a little bit more forward. All right, coming into that stretch. Sorry, but I definitely want to hold the stretches long enough so you definitely get the benefits out of the stretch. It may seem a little bit boring at times, but it's really important to hold those stretches. Okay, so we are going to do a tiny bit more for the neck, or some stretches for the neck, and then you're all done. Let's drop the ear down to the shoulder. Now, if you want to increase that stretch, most people already feel this enough, but you can press the opposite hand out to the side if you wish. And as you're holding that stretch, continue to drop that ear down a little bit more, but not to the point of any pain. It should just feel like a comfortable stretch. So if you don't need to use that arm, you likely don't need to. Just hold that stretch, and you can turn your head a tiny bit to change the stretch as well. So again, taking a deep breath in and breathing out. Now let's rotate the head forward so the chin is towards the chest. So going forward, holding as you're looking down to the floor. And then over to the other side, so ear to the opposite shoulder. This is a great stretch to do as well during the daytime when you're just sitting, watching TV or doing other things. Not walking. Obviously when you're seated. Having flexibility in your neck is so important because when we drive, obviously you need to be able to turn to see. And so it's really important to work on the flexibility in your neck. Okay, looking straight, gently coming out of that stretch. Now, because of driving, you definitely need to practice this one. So turning as if you're looking in your blind spot as you're driving, and hold. So you can feel the stretch has changed quite a bit from what we were doing before with bringing our ear to the shoulder. Now it's working more on the muscles coming from the front. And again, just changing the stretch a little bit, looking a little bit more behind and holding. Don't forget to breathe. Deep breaths. Okay, gently bring your head forward and then over to the other side. So gently stretching. And coming out of that stretch. So if you'd like, after the class, you can do those stretches for a little bit longer. And bringing the arms overhead, deep breath in. And breathing out. You've got 2 more of those and you're all done. And breathing out. Last one. And breathing out. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you grab some water after the class, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And let me know what you liked about the class. Let me know if there are any other classes you would like to see in the future. And that's about it. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks, and take care. Bye.